Hi everyone, and welcome back to Flight Sim 24. Right now, I am at Miami International Airport, and I have this SU4 A340. And I picked up this aircraft on the recent sale, and I gotta say, it is really nice. I really like it a lot, okay? And my sim is updated right now, fully. Sim update 4. So we're going to fly this A340 down to Jamaica, which is why I have the livery, Air Jamaica, okay? And one thing I was surprised about when I loaded up this aircraft is it does have the Flight Sim 24 features. Pitot covers. And this here, if you don't remove this before you fly this aircraft, your landing gear will not retract. So you have to remove your gear pin. And I figured that out after a couple times. But I'm going to do a whole video on this at some point, a startup tutorial, flight tutorial, everything. But right now we're just going to do a flight. You know, mainly I'm trying to look at, you know, if there's any performance increases, anything. And Sim Update 4, and I do believe there is. Okay? So that's, engine covers are now off. I'm just doing a walk around here. And the textures are really nice on this. I mean, I really like it, you know. So let's walk around to the back. And I should also mention, I did pick up the Boeing 717 too. And another thing, I do like that aircraft too. And I'm going to make a video and show you why that is. I didn't expect much with that one when I had purchased it, because I never heard too much about it at all. And then the things I heard were not all that great. Just kind of, you know, like it's an aircraft. But anyway, to my surprise, it turned out to be really good. It flies excellent, and we're going to talk about it in another video too. So, there we go. Walk around is complete, and we'll go ahead and just go into the cockpit from here. All right. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go through the checklist, and I noticed when I selected this aircraft, you could pick, you know, advanced or basic version. And I haven't tried the advanced yet. I just tried the basic one. So that's another thing about this plane. So, you know, I need to check out the advanced version too. But so far, this basic one has been just fine. And also, when you get this aircraft, you do get the 2020 version for it. You know, which I guess it's different or whatever, a little bit maybe. Maybe it doesn't have the, you know, obviously the 2024 features and stuff like that. Okay, so this is going to be the route, okay? Well, kind of like it. I'm not going to use the one on the EFB because I'll be loaded in when I get ready. But it should take just under 2 hours to do this flight here, all right? And I'm going to put this on auto. Get my fuel loaded and passengers, things like that. And all right, so I'm going to go through this, and like I said, I will do a full video on startup and flight tutorial and all of that, but it's going to be in a different video. So rather than do all of that now, I'm trying to focus on Sim Update 4 performance, and maybe I'll talk about this aircraft a little bit. So I'm going to go through this. As you can see, it's not really that long. So I'm going to go through this, and I'll come back after I get the aircraft started, and we will start taxiing and head over to Jamaica.
At Niner. Visibility 10. Sky condition clear. Temperature 27. Dew point 23. Altimeter 2996. ILS runway 26 left. Visual runway 26 right.
Okay, so I have a good start on all 4 engines. I have 190 passengers on board, and we are about to start our pushback. Okay, so Let's go ahead and get that going right now.
Wind 237 at Niner. Visibility 10.
Envoy tree 69er.
Airport is a little busy,
Caution the Airbus
so there's quite a bit of ATC going on right now.
Envoy tree 69er. Continue taxi.
Miami ground. Gulf Coast Sierra Charlie Kilo 812.
All right, the pushback tug ought to be in position
Gulf
shortly.
Coast Sierra Charlie Kilo 812.
I'm going to take off my parking brake.
Roger. Envoy tree 69er.
It's around somewhere, but what I'm going to do... Oh, wait. I think I remember now. I think of a different plane. I don't know. I've been messing... Here we go. I've been messing around with that other aircraft, too, the 717. And it's kind of right to the right of the seat. All right, so... Really, you know, you should be doing your pushback before your engines are started. So, but I'm not quite doing that right now. I think I'm going to have to go out to the left, I believe.
Miami ground. Gulf Coast Sierra Charlie Kilo 812. Requesting pushback tug to steer the aircraft to the left.
Gulf Coast Sierra Charlie Kilo 812. Your request
Just
has
put
been
me right over
transmitted
here
to
and
the
line me
operator.
up right there. I might be able to take off right down here, but I'm going to have to go back over the ATS to see. The ATIS, I'm sorry. Alright, let's stop right here. We're good.
Miami ground. Gulf Coast Sierra Charlie Kilo 812. Requesting in pushback.
Gulf Coast Sierra Charlie Kilo 812. Request to end pushback received.
Alright, so now let me go ahead and request taxi. We're departing south. Everything is default here.
Gulf Coast Sierra Charlie
Obviously,
Kilo
ATC, everything,
Request
nothing.
taxi
There's
for
no
South
miles or
Portion
nothing
Fox.
other than, you know, the aircraft.
Gulf Coast Sierra Charlie Kilo 812. Taxi to and hold short of runway tree 0 using taxiway Papa Quebec 8 cross runway 27 Quebec 8. Contact tower on 12 tree decimal 9er when ready.
Taxi to and hold short runway tree 0 via the taxiway Papa Quebec 8 cross runway 27 Quebec 8. Gulf Coast Sierra.
Okay, so
Kilo 812.
that runway is right down here. Let's take a look real quick. And I'm going to verify it. Okay, let's see. Oh, runway 27. So they mentioned 30. Right, let's see. Hold short runway 30. Yeah, well, we'll just go ahead and taxi on down, and it'll have us cross over. So let's go ahead and do that now.
American 1546. Hold position. Caution the Boeing 737 on the taxiway.
I'm just going to kind of use the taxi ribbon just to, you know, to guide me a little bit in the general direction. Oh, that is runway 30. Okay. It looked like I was seeing something different. Oh, I was looking down here. Okay. Alright. So I'm going to have to taxi on down here and stop right here and then line up for 30.
American 1546. Hold position. Caution the Ember E-170 on the taxiway.
I have to say, oh no, it's going to have me go across. Okay.
Hold position.
I see what it's going to do. I'm going to cross runway 27 and come right here and hold position. I might be kind of on 27 at that whole position spot right there. I mean, it's a large aircraft. So I'm going to have to kind of pull a little up further, probably. Let's see, maybe not, but it's kind of close.
Sierra Charlie Kilo 812. Continue taxi.
All right, let's go ahead and, yeah, we have enough. We definitely have enough space. So let's go ahead and parking brakes now. And I can get rid of this. All right, and we're ready. But we'll see how it goes.
American tree to tree tree. Contact ground on 127.5. United 759er. Exit runway when able. Aries 4400. Turn next taxiway.
Okay, so here we go. Let's power up and head on over to Jamaica.
Going to 127.5. American 1151. Continue taxi. Turkish 158. Continue taxi.
You know, those engines whining.
American 1151.
All right, so now let's go ahead and engage autopilot.
Bahamas 222. Continue taxi.
Gulf Coast Sierra Charlie Kilo 812. ATC services terminated. Good day.
Hold position, American 2161.
Come back.
Transauto 8135. Continue taxi.
We do need our landing gear up. I love how this landing gear reflects to this aircraft here.
Hold position. Caution the Ember 170 on the runway.
Now, regarding Sim Update 4, I already can tell you
Hold position.
there is better performance. I already can tell you without a shadow of a doubt.
759er. Hold position. Caution the Ember
It seems to be a lot smoother, so that's really good, really good.
Position. Transauto 8135.
Especially when you're flying big airliners and busy airports and, you know, over
Miami ground. United
big cities,
759er.
things like that. I mean, look at all of this below me, you know.
United 759er.
I'm climbing up. I'm just climbing up at 1,500 feet. Then I'm climbing up to flight level 200.
Lima. To Lima Lima. Tree cross runway 8. Right by tree by Zulu November Juliet Juliet Yankee 1. American 9er 19er. Continue taxi.
Okay, let's do an approach
Ameri Jetty 19er.
when we can.
Hold position. Caution the Airbus A340 on the taxiway.
Miami approach. Gulf Coast Sierra Charlie Kilo 812 is type Airbus. 2 miles southwest.
We really need to get slowed down.
76, 2700.
And I'm going to pull this up to 2,000 now.
Airspace.
How to get 2,500.
Gulf Coast Sierra Charlie Kilo 812 Miami approach. Squawk Tree 517.
It gets moving really fast, really quick.
Squawk Tree 517. Gulf Coast Sierra Charlie Kilo 812. Gulf Coast Sierra Charlie Kilo 812. Radar contact 3 miles east of Niner Foxtrot Alpha 8. 3800. Cleared through the Bravo airspace. Maintain O navigation. Cleared through the Bravo airspace. Gulf Coast Sierra Charlie Kilo 812. Gulf Coast Sierra Charlie Kilo 812. Contact
That's a nice view.
124.85. Good day.
And it's going to get even better.
124.85. Gulf Coast Sierra Charlie Kilo 812. Gulf Coast Sierra Charlie Kilo 812. 5,900. Gulf Coast Sierra Charlie Kilo 812. Approach. Altimeter 29907. Radar contact. Continue. Gulf Coast Sierra Charlie Kilo 812. You're leaving my airspace. Radar service terminated. Squawk 1200. Frequency change approved. 00. Frequency change approved. Gulf Coast Sierra Charlie Kilo 812.
All right, so it should come down a little bit. You see a lot of the shallows below me there. Good view of the keys. Climbing up to almost 9,000 feet now. I think it's going to hold 250, and then once I get above 10,000, it'll probably go up to about 300, 320. And I can go ahead and let's get Miami requested flight following.
Gulf Coast Sierra Charlie Kilo 812 is type Airbus, 10 miles east of Foxtrot Alpha 4791. Request flight following. Gulf Coast Sierra Charlie Kilo 812, Miami 7, is 17211. 17211. Gulf Coast Sierra Charlie Kilo 812. Gulf Coast Sierra Charlie Kilo 812. Radar contact 10.
So we have almost 11,000 feet now, and this is a really nice view. The keys, both of you right there. And from right about this point on, I'm mostly going to be over water. Let's take a look here. Yep, until I get to Cuba here. It's close over Cuba, so it's be a little while. Alright, so take another nice look at the keys on the way out here. Alright, so I'm going to continue climbing up to flight level 200, and once I start getting close to Cuba, I will come back. Since it's about halfway, we'll talk about the flight, and I will go out and come back again as we get close to doing our approach into Jamaica. Okay, so we are a little more than halfway to Cuba, and I noticed a couple of small, really small islands out here. And I don't know which ones there are, but I'll show you. Let's take a look at the EFB, and look, you can see right here where we are. So I don't even see them on the EFB. Oh yeah, there it is. So yeah, some small islands out here. I never even knew they existed, because I don't ever remember seeing them in flight sim. But this one here looks pretty nice. Hey, we're gonna have to probably take a flight out there and do a water landing with one of the seaplanes one day. And also, I said I'm gonna climb up to 20,000, which I did. I climbed up to 20,000, maybe about halfway to the Cuban coast, and then I started climbing up to 32,000. Now, when I was setting in my EFB, what happens was it was saying, once I put over 20,000, it was saying you cannot reach the altitude. I don't know if it was kind of looking at the flight plan. I don't know what it was doing. So I decided to go up to 32,000, obviously, because this is quite a long flight. You know, well, not for this plane, but you know, like, I'm not even halfway there yet, so why would I take that at 20,000? You know, looks like I'm thinking this flight it's probably best to go to about 35,000 or whatever, or or maybe even higher, you know. But if I go up to 32, I'll be able to be at 32 cruising for a little while before I come right back down. Yeah, that's definitely a really interesting island. I'm going to certainly plan a flight there in one of the seaplanes because I want to see that up close. All right. So we will come back here after I get closer to Cuba. And I'm going to be coming up to Cuba around Santa Clara, you know, the north coast there. All right, which pretty soon. So I will see you all as I get closer. Okay, so this is a really nice view coming into Cuba right here by Santa Clara. I mean, that is nice. Great view from 32,000 feet. And by jumping up to flight level 320, my ground speed has increased significantly. Okay, because at 20, it just, you know, I can go even higher. I might want to go up a little bit more, but this is good for now. I'd like to see 500, but this will work for now. Engines at, you know, on N1 we got up 3/4, 75%, so that's good.
On 12.3.7. Good day.
And thankfully the ATC has calmed down some as I got further away from Miami. It's been kind of quiet for the most part.
Havana Center, Gulf Coast Sierra, Charlie Kilo 812. Flight level tree 20. Gulf Coast Sierra, Charlie Kilo 812. Havana Center, radar contact continue.
Now check out this view here. Let's come out a little bit more so we can pan around. And I will probably post a short of this because this is really impressive. You know, isn't that water impressive? The beaches, everything out here. Alright, so let's take another look at the EFB, and we'll see. I'm all probably a little more than halfway now. So once I get right about here, I'm going to kind of start setting up for the approach, and I'll start descending maybe in about 15 minutes. Maybe once I get out here, a slow descent. Alright, so yeah, we'll just continue going on. I will see you all shortly after we start getting ready to do the descent. But let's take some more of this nice scenery in first without moving the camera too quickly. Okay, so we crossed over Cuba, and what you see here is the southern coast of Cuba. A bunch of small islands below. And we are getting ready to start our descent into Jamaica. You see several islands too ahead. several more. So it's pretty out here too on the south side as well as the north side. So now let's take a look so you can see where we at right now. So maybe about another 15 minutes or so I'll start a descent, but I'm going to see how it goes. And I'm going to descend down to 4,600 because if you can see on my flight plan, I want to be about that altitude once we get here. So we have about 167 nautical miles until we get to that waypoint. Alright, so that is it for this update. This flight update here. So I'm going to continue flying on over to Jamaica, and as soon as I get to where I'm going to start descending, I will come back, which I imagine it's going to be, like I said, roughly about 15 minutes, maybe not even. But it looks nice out here. Check this out. Look at these islands. I definitely need to come out here with the seaplane too, do some island hopping, take off and landings, land off the coast by the beach, walk around. That'll be really cool. Alright, so I will be back shortly. Okay, so now we are descending into Jamaica, and let me show you. You can see the coast just ahead, Jamaican coast.
Cabin crew and any other crew members. They will be happy to help you with any questions or concerns.
I'm at 9,000 feet, so I need to be at about 4,600 once I get here. We're descending at 1,500 feet a minute, so I'm gonna go increase that to about 2,000. Anymore, I'm gonna have to pull a little bit of speed brakes in, because I don't want to get too fast, you know, so but I want to make sure I get to that 4,600 feet, okay? And I did call the tower, Sangster Tower, and I'm going to be landing on runway 07, which is how it's all set up here. Okay. And we're going to increase that descent a little bit. I've been doing it about 1,500 feet a minute, but it looks like I need to get down a little bit quicker, okay? Because we are approaching this, we're only 9 nautical miles from this waypoint, so we really need to get that down quicker, all right? And what I'm going to do is pull in a little bit of speed brakes, okay, to kind of keep this plane kind of slow here, get it slowed down, make sure that I got my speed controlled. Okay, coming up on Jamaica. This should be a decent approach into here, you know. And yeah, this will be perfect. Keep those speed brakes on, and once I reach 4,600 feet, we'll pull them out and arm them again, and that should be all I need to do. You can see them right there. Speed brakes raised up a little bit. So perfect. We're going to be at 4,600 just before we get to this waypoint. And we'll monitor it from that point on. Okay, so what I can do is I can take out the speed brakes now. Let's try that. Let's get them armed. All right. And we will be able to enjoy the scenic approach here into Jamaica. I got this back down to 40, but I'm going to put that at 20. So it looks like we're going to go around here, come this way. That's what I believe it's going to do, or it's going to go the other way, or like this. Yeah, we're going to come right around just like this and hit that runway 7 on approach. So we'll be doing a turn to the east pretty soon. And I'm going to set this on LS, landing systems. All right, let's see. Let's do like that in right here, probably too. Okay, and I'm gonna come in a little bit more. And yeah, I think we're gonna be able to hit that approach really soon. It looks like we already intercepted. No, not quite yet. But I need to start descending even more. Because I would hate to be too high. And I think this is the airport right here. I believe. Yeah, let's go ahead and start descending more. Okay, we're going to get down to about... Let's go down to about 2,500. But not that steeply, okay? Yeah, that is Sangster International right here. So this is some nice scenery coming into here. As expected. Sadly, a lot of Jamaica got tore up from the hurricane. My sister is on a cruise there right now, as we speak. She was there yesterday at the port, and she said it was really, really tore up. Alright, so we're going to just get down to 3,000. That's good for now. I'm gonna start lowering some flaps here. Let's do. Oh no, not yet. Not yet. It wants to. One notch is good.
Clear to land runway 07. Gulf Coast Sierra, Charlie Kilo 812.
All right, so I know this is the moment you all have been waiting for. Of course, is the approach and landing. But I think it's going to do just fine. The aircraft is. It's good. It's a good aircraft. Okay. So it's going to do most of the work. You see them come right on here. We're going to come right around, right there. I can keep it at 3,000. Well, 2,500. But yeah, hey, we can hit it. We can hit approach now. Okay, because we are, hey, localize it too, because we are ready to go. That should definitely do it. All right. Make sure we can stay on properly. it looks like I need to go down, so now according to the localizer here, so we definitely need to do that. But let's get it down to 2,000 because usually you kind of want to be a little bit lower.
2,500.
There we go. Because we want to intercept that. Let's level it off right here. Because notice the diamond, it's not quite there just yet. All right, so. And I'm going to get ready in case I want to drop my speed here. So manually, I'm going to get that thing nice and slow. Okay, so how about 170? Yeah, I think I need to stay on approach a little bit longer before I hit that localizer. And hopefully I won't mess the approach up, but it looks like it's going to go okay. I think it'll be alright. Not looking too bad, not too bad. Just in case I'm going to get my altitude set. Just in case. Alright, I need to do it myself, but I don't think so. I think we're going to be all right here. Well, it's actually showing, you know, it's showing that I'm too high, so that's fine. It should be able to do the localizer though right about now. I mean, everything is ready. You know, everything's lit up and ready to go. So let's try it again. Oh, it already is on. Okay, it's showing it on. All right. But when I hit approach earlier, it wasn't quite doing it. So let's see. We don't want flight director on. Need that anymore. Okay, now I think now we're kind of doing it now. All right. And if I do this right, this aircraft should land itself. I'll come pretty close to it. So you got your speed adjusted. I remember doing this flights in Flight Sim 2020 years ago. With, I don't know if it was the 320, maybe the 320 I had. And it did a really good job, and it was a nice flight, as expected. So I'm hands off now. I should mention, hands off totally, okay? And let's see, I don't think I can get... I'm kind of letting it kind of hold its speed. And we're getting really close, though. I would think I need to get a little lower. Yeah, I do. Okay, let's get it lower. Because see, it's not really totally. It definitely needs to go lower for sure. Yeah, I'm getting some more flaps in.
$2,000.
Get those speed brakes. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and engage selected speed mode because obviously we're too high at this point. I mean, the speed's too high. So let's see if we can kind of get this. We are definitely too high here. Definitely too high. And you know what? It looks like we're going to kind of have a trouble here. We're going to have to go around. I don't know. We're really just too high. That's the problem. Let's get our landing gear down.
1,000.
And let's take it now. Yeah, this will be fine. I think this will be just fine.
$500. 400.
Drop some more flaps in.
300.
This is actually pretty good. I mean, I did have to disengage some things, but
200.
I'm kind of liking how it's going so far.
100. 50, 40, 30. 10. Retard. Retard. Retard.
Okay, let me try to get up on the runway a little bit here. Reverses. Let me get slowed down a little bit, and then I'll get on the brakes. So I'll take it, not too bad. The approach kind of was a little shaky, you know. The other day when I did an approach, with this aircraft, it did just fine. But I'll take it, not bad, not bad. So welcome to Jamaica. All right.
Runway when able. Gulf Coast Sierra Charlie Kilo 812. Contact ground on 121.7.
Get it stopped.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our destination airport. For your safety and comfort, please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened until the captain turns off the fasten seatbelt sign. This will indicate that we have parked at the gate and that it is safe for you to move about. Please check around your seat for any personal belongings you may have brought on board with you. And please use caution when opening the overhead bins, as heavy articles may have shifted around during the flight.
Gulf Coast
If you
Sierra
require
Charlie Kilo 812. Taxi to gate 19 Bravo using taxiway Bravo Alpha Echo.
Okay, I gotta pull that up here. Acknowledge taxi clearance.
9 Bravo using taxiway Bravo Alpha Echo. Gulf Coast Sierra Charlie Kilo 812.
And it's just gonna be straight ahead. Okay, so right there on my left. Yeah, the other day when I forgot where I was going, but I flew the plane maybe twice since I got it, you know, and I'm trying to remember where it was I was going. But anyway, I was able to land pretty much almost totally hands off, you know. But I think I kind of messed up a little bit here on, you know, with the localize and approach and stuff. So I don't think I did it quite like I should have done it, but it's fine because I took the aircraft and was able to land it just fine. I mean, if anything, VFR conditions were really nice out here. Okay, I'm going to pull up at that gate right there. I don't even know if I can get it totally straight in here. We'll try. Maybe. Not too bad, alright. Okay, we can get the aircraft shut down now. And get the external power on. Okay, we'll move those off. Alright, so I think something has changed. I'm not sure positive, but I'm trying to remember with the gateways connecting. Usually, but I know that this plane, I think it's got something on the tablet here to do that. Let's see. I mean, I know it had some things. or maybe not. I don't know. But yeah, there is a tablet here too. And what we're gonna do is okay, let's go ahead and step out. All right. And yeah, I was about to say what we're gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and I'll do a startup tutorial, flight tutorial, everything for this aircraft in another video. And so there you go. We're in Jamaica. We landed safe. Good flight. Nice palm trees over there. And observatory up here. So okay, I hope you all enjoyed the flight. Thanks for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye for now.